Proverbs 3:27. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when you have the ability to do it. We should try to do good and do our best at it, because this is what Jesus would do. John 10, 7 through 21. Jesus therefore said unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. So Jesus here is explaining a parable he taught. A parable about the good shepherd is what it's referred to. Jesus is the good shepherd, but he's also the door. Now this door, the door and the way to heaven. Jesus is the way. Nobody goes to heaven through him. This door is the way that his followers go through, which is him. All that came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. There's been many people came across claiming to be Jesus, but they're all liars. There's people who claim to come in the name of Jesus, but they represent their own self, their own desires. Now the Pharisees, they came, and Sadducees, they came. Now these people were not representing God. They were representing themselves and their own ideas, truly. They may have thought they were representing God, but they truly wouldn't. If they truly were, they would have known Jesus as God. Now, this isn't saying all, referring as everybody. Because there's those who came, but they came as representatives of God. They didn't claim to be a good shepherd. They did not claim to be anything more than what God called them to be. Verse 8 and verse 9. I'm the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and go out, and shall find pasture. This is comparing heaven to a pasture field. This is comparing Jesus to a shepherd. This whole passage is comparing the two. It's only by Jesus we are saved. There's nothing we can do to get salvation. Nothing we can do to lose salvation. It's all by him. The work is done by him. All we have to do is accept what he's already done and trust him, and then follow. Sheep don't question who their master is. They know their master by the fact that their master's there. They're familiar. Now, being familiar with something isn't always a good thing, because the stuff we become familiar with may not be good. But if we're following Christ, all the things we can become familiar with are good. Sheep don't really have free will if they're trained right. They follow the will of the shepherd, and we should live this way. The thief cometh not, but he may steal and kill and destroy. Those that do not come in the name of God, they don't come to do anything good. They may come to make money, put it to their purpose instead of God's, which is theft. They may deceive people. They deceive people, so people will end up going to hell because of them. It seems good to them. Maybe they distort the vision of what is good and what is bad into thinking they're actually helping people. Well, if we're not leading people to truth, we're not helping people. we're not leading people to Jesus. We're not helping people. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Jesus came to bring life. Abundant life is found through Jesus. Without it, it's just meaningless. Because without it, we're damned to hell. So it's no purpose. But if we come to Him, this life serves a purpose. And that purpose is to serve Him. I'm the good shepherd. The good shepherd layeth down his life for his sheep. Jesus died on the cross. This is another instance where He's letting them know He's going to lay down His life. He that is a hireling, not a sheep, whose own the sheep are not, beholdeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf snatches them, and scattereth them. He fleeth because he is a hireling, and careth not for his sheep. Jesus died. A good shepherd died for his sheep. David risked his life to protect his sheep by killing a lion and a bear. Someone who would care for his sheep would risk his life for these sheep. Jesus risked it, gave up his life for us. Now, some hired hand cared for the sheep because he's getting paid. They may have reached a certain point where the payment wasn't enough to handle what he was doing. Now, someone who owned the sheep would care for the sheep and not have to get paid. So they weren't there for constant compensation. There's pastors today. Pastors like a shepherd. Now Jesus is the ultimate shepherd, but pastors are to guide and influence the church in a similar way. Not as effective, because they should be looking to God, looking to Jesus. But there are many pastors out there today that are hirelings. They're only doing it because it benefits them. They're not doing it because they have a love for the sheep. They have a love for the benefits they get from the sheep. The money. Too many times this is the case. Verse 14, I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Even as the Father knoweth me, and I know the Father, I lay down my life for my sheep. Okay, he repeats himself saying, I lay down my life for a sheep. Jesus knows us. No matter how wicked and evil desires we have in our heart, He knows us. And He loves us. He knows all the evil things we've ever done, yet He still loves us in spite of it. No one knows us better than Jesus, and He loves us in spite of it. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them I must also bring. And they shall hear my voice, and they shall become one flock, and one shepherd. Now this one flock is those that believe Jesus, those that follow Him as a shepherd. Jesus is one shepherd, not any church official. And this one flock is not any particular church or denomination. This one particular flock is those that follow the shepherd, those that follow Jesus. Truly follow Jesus, not just claim it, but actually live by the word He gave. Therefore doth the Father love me, because I lay down my life that I may take it again. So Jesus is right here is telling, I lay down my life, but I'm going to take it back up. He's referring to the resurrection, the crucifixion and the resurrection. No one taketh away from me, but I lay it down myself. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it again. This commandment I have received from my Father. Jesus' will and the Father's will are the same. Jesus had power. If Jesus' purpose wasn't to die, he wouldn't have died. The Pharisees, in fact, in this passage, the Pharisees try to rise up and kill him. In the next passage, in this chapter, they try to rise up. They do this several times, but he escapes through the crowd. It's because it's not his time to die yet. It's because he's not laying down his life. When he lays down his life, he dies. And it's by his power that he's dying. He's saying, telling his disciples in a way, it's okay. This is part of my plan, preparing them for the cross. There arose a division again among the Jews because of his words. Jesus came and brought division. And many of them said, he hath a demon and is mad. Why ye hear him? And demons, and they often thought he's demons. Demons could not do any good work. Demons would have not praised God like Jesus did. And the others realized this. Others said, these are not the sayings of one possessed with a demon. Can a demon open up the eyes of the blind? No. Demons always cause chaos. Jesus came to bring peace, and while there was division, he did good.